So welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744, and today, guys, we're gonna be discussing about Man United. We're gonna be discussing about Europa League, guys, and Conference League reactions. So we have a lot to start. I have a lot to do, guys, and so, like I said, guys, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens, and everything. So, like, guys, the link's on the community tab. Feel free to join. Obviously, the link is out there. So, guys, remember, guys, like and subscribe. And yeah, man. So we're gonna get started, man. We're gonna get started. So I'm gonna hear from. I want to hear from. Actually, you know what? Let's hear from. Let me wait for my friend to join. Actually, you know what? Let's hear from Tenedium first. Let's hear from Tenedium first. So Tenedium, man, you said that Man United were gonna win the Europa League.
Yeah. What? Was there ever any doubt? People say, first of all, just for anyone's sake and all that, at the start of the season, I don't have genuine, I have proof, but I don't have a specific screenshot. I said Conference League, Betis. Europa League, Manchester United. Champions League, Internazionale Milano. All three of them are all in the semi-final with a decent enough chance of making the final.
Wait. Tenet's speaking first.
Okay. So, not surprised Man United actually did the comeback when it was 4-3, 4-4, and then 5-4. So, yeah, look, and to my Spurs friend, Charlie from No Filter FC, I told them Spurs would make it into the semifinal. Spurs are making in the semifinals. So I think I have every right to cook for tonight. This is football for me. I love it.
Okay. I want to hear from TTS, man. As a United fan, how did you feel about this win? Because it was such a nerve wracking. I was on your watch log, of course, me and you, and just give me your raw reactions after the game.
This is why we love football. I think this is why I think Manchester United comebacks are in our DNA. So many times over the years I've seen we're down at 2-0 at halftime. You name it. Even most recently, I think a few seasons ago at Aston Villa, I think we were 3-2 down in the top four race. 2-0 down at halftime in the top four race, letting Garnacho the brace, Højlund winner to win the game for us. This has happened so many times with Man United, and today it was the greatest because first of all, I will say that it shouldn't have gone to extra time. I think in the first of all, Garnacho should have scored in the second half. It should have been 3-0, would have been wrapped up. And even before then, it should have been wrapped up in the first leg. If Onana doesn't make those two mistakes in the first leg, probably it's 2 or 3-0. Then in the second leg, we could probably make it 5-0 or something on aggregate at halftime. But, it is what it is. I think, for the goals themselves, which they scored, I think mainly I'll say Dogu was responsible. Mainly was very poor defending, and also in set pieces. Man United in general not good at defending set pieces. But for the goals we did score, unbelievable. I mean, you could argue that Harry Maguire should have gotten a penalty. Even after the first one, his shirt was completely pulled, denied of a goal-scoring opportunity. So for me, it should have been another penalty. But then Kobe Mainu showing why he was a striker in the academy with a lovely finish. And Harry Maguire, who all I'll say is that if we end up winning the Europa League, he's paid his 80 million back. Also, I want to also give a shout out to Højlund. You wouldn't have seen it 80, but for the first two goals, if you look back, those goals happen because of Højlund. Because I think it was Maitland-Niles. He was mocking Højlund, and then that made space for Ugarte to run into the box and score. And for the second goal as well, I think Delo received the ball in a good position because of Højlund, because he was drawing defenders away. It wasn't his best performance. And listen, overall, I think the narrative is that we have problems. We know that we have problems. But for now, get to Spain, get the win, go to Spain again, win the final, then we'll figure out in the summer.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I still can't believe United did it, man. And
I'd also shout out to Bruno Fernandes, my captain, was driving the team on for the whole game. Almost scored a worldie in the first half. I think he had a fantastic game as well.
Yeah, and also Bruno for me is a player that's super super overhated. I feel like this guy has been carrying United, and without Bruno Fernandes, United would really be bad. Like he has been one of United's best players in consistency, and I feel like people are hating on Bruno too much. Like none of the other players have tell me another player has been as consistent as Bruno over the last couple of years at United. You can't really name that many. So, I just think you have to give credit to Bruno. I thought Garnacho, even though he had a horrible miss, that was a horrible miss. He still was great in that game. Yeah, I still had a good game. I thought Guarta was great. Casemiro was amazing. Like Casemiro was like rolling back the years. Like it was kind of like a throwback. Like Casemiro was amazing today, actually.
But those 2 passes in the end, that was prime Casemiro. Those 2 passes in the end.
Like it was like, wait a minute, is this like the Real Madrid Casemiro? It all smelled like that way. So the Delo was great too. And yeah, I thought I think basically, I think Maguire is a player that, obviously he got destroyed for the third goal, but he made up for it by scoring the last minute winner there. And I'm sure Titanes is going to forgive it, right?
Oh yeah, of course. And I think the thing with Maguire as well, I think a lot of people look at his 80 million price tag, but we all know he's not an 80 million player. We all know he's not going to be a title winning centre back, but he's a decent backup option. I think even if we end up becoming a title winning team, I'm more than happy to keep Maguire as a backup centre back.
Does Maguire have more European goals this season than a certain French attacker from Real Madrid?
All right, Sebastian, let's keep this just Man United. Let's keep this to Man United. And I will say, by the way, people are talking about Remontada. This was the Remontada.
This is Remontada. This is what people thought Real Madrid would do.
Like that was this was the Remontada, guys. This was the Remontada that happened.
No, I think this is genuinely. I mean, I fans maybe I'm a bit biased, but I think this is generally one of the greatest comebacks in football history because to score 3-2 just alone, that's like a big comeback. We scored 3 goals. Like it was basically they scored. Okay, we basically did a 3-2 in the second half of extra time.
Yeah,
which is I even heard some United fans saying this is better than the Camp Nou in '99.
Okay, no, come on, that's so better. That's so better. Don't get reaction. Don't get reaction.
I think the only one comparable to this is Liverpool 4, Dortmund 3, if you remember. That's probably the most
Lovren
scored one, you would say, but ultimately Liverpool didn't win the trophy that year, so we'll see with Man United.
I'm sorry, United ain't. I don't know why people are glazing United for some reason. But United, they're not good.
Come on, man.
It's Lyon. It's fucking Lyon. Lyon are fucking garbage. Lyon are garbage.
Okay, Sebastian, you have to admit this. This is still a crazy comeback. I don't want to hear you say it's not a crazy comeback.
It's a crazy comeback, but it's fucking Lyon. They're garbage.
Okay, we know Lyon are horrible. I mean, they have Fonseca. I mean, you should know this coach very well. And by the way, we're going to speak about Lyon, and because that Fonseca guy, oh my jeez, he's a fraud. A huge fraud.
I wouldn't say it's his fault, really, this game, but...
No, he has some blame.
I mean, he did the right things. Those were bums.
Okay, so let's talk about United. I want everyone to give their say on United. Then we'll talk about Lyon, and we'll talk about Fonseca, how much of a bum he is. So, I want to hear. Let's go. So, Ten has already spoken. T10 has spoken. Obviously, I've already given. You know what? I'll give my thoughts. Yeah, I still can't believe United did this turnaround. I still can't believe they did this turnaround because if you had told me, because let's be real, guys, this game should have been over, like 2-0. And if we're being really real, guys, the tie should have ended the first leg. If we're being really real, like basically Onana basically made the game more close than it should have been. Basically,
I'm checking out the highlights. This was a robbery, by the way. This game was a robbery.
Okay. Let me finish. So I will say that for United, as I said, like if we're being real, the first leg should have been cruise control, and then the second leg, man, United you started off great. They got the 2 goals there, fantastic. Guarte, then Delo scoring the goals. You're thinking, okay, United cruise control. Then obviously Lyon got a goal back there. Bad defending there from the set piece there. I don't know what the defense was doing. Tolisso scored the goal, and then Tagliafico scored to make it 2-2. And what's funny is that Tagliafico was actually You can maybe make an argument that he was at fault for the goal there. He could have done better there defensively.
But don't forget, he's a World Cup winner, so we have to respect World Cup winners.
Hey, let me finish, Sebastian. And then comes the controversy. And I'm sorry, this should have been a red card. Tolisso should have been sent off. That was a dive.
Yeah, that was clearly a dive. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that should have been a second yellow. I don't know why the referee gave that a second yellow. But I feel like I feel like you can't really say the referee favored either team because I think referee was just bad in general. I think like there was some.
It's sorry for interrupting, but what I will just say, because I think other people have said this. If I agree, Euro did die for that, but equally, the pen that they gave for us, it wasn't a pen. There was barely any contact there, and also, I think even you said it as well. I think after we got the first penalty, Harry Maguire got his shirt completely pulled down, and he didn't get that as well.
Yeah, for me, I'm sorry. This referee, I don't think the ref really favored either team. I think the ref was just bad. I think the ref just made brick calls. I think he just made stupid decisions. And then Turkey scored the goal there and destroyed Maguire there. I think it's like, okay.
I still can't believe it's Maguire scoring the winner. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then Lacazette scores that penalty, which, you could maybe say it was a dive there. Then obviously Fernandes got the penalty there. The Mind who scored a wonderful goal, and then Maguire. And I'm gonna, and like I said, man, it's just crazy. So for Man United, as I said, man, pull off this incredible comeback, and yeah, it's crazy. So I want to hear next from, I want to hear from Sebastian, man. You had this coach in your team, so Sebastian, talk me through, man. Are you glad that
it's not his fault really, because he also had I don't see this as a Fonseca fault, because he basically did the things right in this tie. It's just these players are fucking mediocre, and Lyon are garbage this year, which nobody's seeing, because Liga is a fucking farmers league.
Hey, aren't you the one that keeps repping League On? You're the one that keeps repping League On.
Yes, but this Lyon team is not that great, like you say. Like this team is not that good. And the fact that Lyon did this well against United shows that United should have gone for it in this game. They should have won both games.
Yeah, they should.
The thing is, you guys are hyping up United for beating a mediocre Lyon team.
No, here's the thing, Sebastian.
Which I don't get.
No, we're hyping them up because they did an incredible comeback. That's what at least I'm doing.
Yes, but it's against a mediocre Lyon side.
Yeah, this Lyon team is mid. Sebastian, okay, let's say you're in this position. United did against Lyon. Wouldn't you be celebrating like crazy? I mean, you would be going crazy. Wouldn't you be going crazy?
No, I wouldn't.
Be honest here.
No, I wouldn't.
Well, are you really sure about that? Wow, that's sad.
I don't know. Did you enjoy the Istanbul, Liverpool, AC Milan? I don't know.
I don't know. I was two. So
okay, when Sweden come back against Germany, when Sweden come back against Germany,
I mean, that was against kind of a prime Germany team.
Well, that actually means you should be celebrating that, right?
No, I was celebrating that, but this is two mid clubs, mid football teams.
Okay, Sebastian, I understand.
I would not celebrate this crap. Like if AIK did this against Real Madrid, I would celebrate. If AIK did this against PSG or Arsenal, I would celebrate.
I just like to mention that this mid team drew to Liverpool at Anfield. So.
Oh my God, but this is Europe, though.
I mean, he's not wrong there. He's not wrong, to be fair. So Sebastian, man, as I said, man, and crazy, man. So I want to hear from Steve, man. Steve, man, what's your thoughts? I know you're also a United hater as well. So
Casemiro, man, he just balled out. It's like the Real Madrid Casemiro that we haven't seen for a very long time. 2 assists on the night, but could have had more. Could have had a goal maybe, but in general, United sharper at the end of the night. Onana kind of saved them a bit, but in general, I just think United barely survive, and kudos to them. Move on. I hope Bilbao beat United, but yeah.
All right, man. And now, finally, Vic left, so I guess we won't hear from him. So let's go ahead. And by the way, I will say United should have had a second penalty there. That was definitely a pen for Maguire. I don't know. Maguire was literally your shirt taken down. It was not a pen.
I think both players had their shirts, so Maguire was doing the same as well.
Yeah,
it looked like so. And ultimately, it didn't matter in the end.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Oh yeah, Vic is back. Vic, man. So give me your thoughts on this game, man, Vic. You just seen the highlights. You would. I wish you should have watched this game, but at least you saw the highlights. So Vic, man, tell me your thoughts, man.
He's speechless after that game. Yeah.
Because these two are mid clubs. That's why.
Okay, I'm speechless too. Okay, in the meantime, while we wait for Vic, let's go ahead and look at the comments in the meantime. Hello.
Conference League, nice.
Bro, I'm so bad that bad that. Do you mean mad that Lyon got robbed? No, I'm sorry. This was not a robbery. This was not a robbery.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
How was it? How was it?
I don't know. I think he's saying the red card, but I don't know even with the red.
I'm sorry. This is not a robbery. And you guys know I don't even like United that much either. I don't like them that much. But even I'm being objective. Like, this was not a robbery. So, yeah.
It is.
Man, yeah, Chris, explain to me, Sebastian. Yeah, explain to me.
Was that a penalty? Yes or no?
Which one?
The Man United one.
Yes.
Yeah, the Casemiro.
I think the United one was a penalty. Yeah.
He literally kicked Casemiro in the air.
The second one, I mean.
Oh, the Maguire one? That wasn't a penalty.
And also, if it was really a robbery, then yeah, I don't really get it. How come Lyon got a penalty then? Yeah, explain that.
Yeah, Lyon got a penalty.
They were 4-2 up. They would have made it to penalties if it was 4-2.
Lyon is mediocre, by the way. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. This is a real football night. Well, Man United come back and then Bodo beating Lazio. Yeah, we'll talk about Bodo beating Lazio. That's better next time.
Hold that, Steve. Hold that, Steve. Hold that.
Yeah. Well, actually, we gotta make.
Wait, what do I hold? What do I hold?
Where is he? Where is he?
No,
Steve. He doesn't mean the same to you, Steve.
No, Strasbourg, Steve. Where is he?
Yeah, guys, we gotta make space for Strasbourg.
Man laughing at me the whole year. At AC Milan.
I don't see no Strasbourg Steve in the chat.
No, he's not here. But I'm saying if he joins, we're making space. I'm making space. Somebody's gonna get removed for him if that happens. Okay, I don't think he's gonna join, but if he does join, I'll make space for him.
We need to have a cooking session. Cook.
But no one is not fire. It's a robbery. Oh, what? Okay, we all got robbed. I want Sebastian today. Same. United versus Tottenham in the final Bilbao.
How about you, Spurs?
My pick is Bodo Glimt final. I want Bodo Glimt Athletic Bilbao final. That's what I want to see.
Dude. Okay, bro.
Oh, I would love this final.
I need Spurs Bilbao to win. So.
Okay, guys, if we're being real, United Spurs would probably be the worst final in terms of like football quality, but in terms of narratives, they're probably the best.
In terms of banter,
Bodo Glimt Athletic Bilbao will be a better final in my opinion.
Oh yeah, in terms of watch, obviously, but in terms of banter, that's good. The one with the banter.
I want that. Like Spurs have beaten Man United 4 times this season. This will be the 5th meeting. Imagine Man United, like Spurs have beaten Man United 4 times this season.
I will be
one time Man United beat Spurs is that final.
Imagine Spurs United and Spurs win. That would be great, but that's not happening.
Guys are saying Spurs will win a final. I can say Schalke will win the Bundesliga next season. But I want to
saying Man United going to a final. That's like saying.
We literally won a final last season against Manchester City.
A European final. I mean, a European final.
Yeah, they won the European final.
They won a Europa League, man.
That was years ago. Total different.
Like half the team's probably still there.
And it was against Ajax.
I think I saw one player. That's disgusting. We're
gonna start conference league.
I'm heated. I'm very heated.
What's up?
Okay. So Vic.
Maybe I have my take on it. Let me.
Yeah.
My take on it. If because you're not gonna like what I gotta say.
Okay.
Just give me a minute. Come on, PC is logging. All right. Manchester United, 10 men down. Lyon was very close to battling their semi-final. I think the caliber of this club that is Man United, they should be beating. Um, that second yellow that guy received was not a yellow card.
Yeah.
Especially it looked even worse in the replay. And again, this is what is aggravating about VAR. I know that you can't resend yellow cards, but that is such a stupid rule because that reminds me exactly of that dive that guy did is exactly what happened against Chelsea in 2009, where that Abidal was chasing behind the Chelsea player, and the Chelsea player dived, and the Abidal didn't even touch him, and he got a straight red. But for this season, he got a yellow. One of those disgusting things that, for me, it cost Lyon the tournament. Errors like that from referees. Not
Was Leon's? I'd just like to ask a question. Was Leon's first penalty? Was it a penalty?
That's the thing. The replay that I just saw, I didn't see the penalties. They only show the shootout, but they didn't show the incident for the penalties. So I can't comment. But that incident of the yellow card doesn't justify that decision.
Oh yeah. Like I think we all can agree. We can all agree it wasn't a yellow. I think we got to agree
Yeah,
with that.
it
But
doesn't justify whether or not those were penalties. Those doesn't justify that decision either. And I haven't seen Bruno Fernandes penalty whether or not that's a pen that
It
he
was
took.
Also
So
penalties.
I haven't seen them. For some reason, I didn't show the pen in the replay.
Vic, let me just say the referee made bad decisions for both teams. So
both
like I
teams,
think
yeah.
both teams got
If you
got
watch
screwed
the
over.
game,
No,
if
yeah,
you
but
watch,
let me answer this question: what is more devastating, a sending off or a penalty that you've been given?
I'd say
You penalty.
a penalty because I think Leon were gonna park the bus anyways in extra time.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that's not it, bro. I'm telling you, I'd rather concede a goal than receive a sending off. Give you an example, right? But you remember against PSG, AD, when
yeah.
would I prefer Araujo to let him score in that 1v1 or let him get set foul
You would lose anyways.
against your opponent?
No,
Well, I
It doesn't matter, you clown. It's an analogy. So it's basically that. It's about 10 men down team is literally a handicap. Where there's a
no,
penalty,
actually,
there's still chance because they're at home and there's a lot of time.
no, but
Now they come
actually,
back with
Lyon were better.
it's clear.
with
I was just
them.
wondering. I want to say this. I'm gonna finish my take. The commentary was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm pretty sure those guys are Manchester United fans just by how they were going absolutely crazy. But
probably.
no wrong with being a fan and being a commentator. Manchester United is a big club. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, they went absolutely insane. Shout out to Maguire. I'm happy for Maguire. That's one thing. That's a player that he got absolutely tortured, rightfully so, because he was bad for quite a time. But
Yeah.
yeah, his header was quality. I think Kobe Maina. I hope we get to see him more as a player. I rate. Overall,
Yeah, he's a baller.
I'm not happy with the refereeing. Again, it's incompetency from the referees. Not this isn't on Man United. It's on the referees. It's on the
Yeah.
incompetency of them. Um, one error from the officiating costs another team, and it's always surprising that it's the underdog teams that are getting persecuted in such a way. You know what I mean, AD? It's always the lesser teams. They would most likely prefer the team with more viewership to make a final and make it in the Europa League even higher.
Come on, that's taking it too far in my opinion. The referee made decisions.
But there's a
If
lot
you
of
watch the
opponents
game,
like
if you watch the game, you would know that the referee was bad for both teams.
Yeah, both teams got screwed over.
And actually,
but
Lyon
who got the most crucial punishment?
You know what's
Nice.
funny? I just like to mention as well. You're talking as if Leon were better than us in the first half of extra time with 10 men.
Yeah,
So
Doesn't
were
matter,
better.
bro.
Lyon
10
were
men is
better.
still 10 men. It's a very harsh punishment that wasn't deserved. That right there wasn't
I
deserved.
had
And
seen.
plus,
It
even
looked
you
like
imagine how crazy you
were
say
coming down.
he makes this claim. He makes this claim after they were unjustly sent off. You still allow Lyon to absolutely cook you, and you need a miraculous miracle to make something happen. against a 10-man team. So you try to be condescending against Lyon, even though they put you in a position 10 men down that you could have been knocked out. But
they didn't put us in a position to do that. Onana did in the first leg.
Yeah. Well, first leg, but you can't really blame
Onana.
Onana for the
Look,
second
I
leg.
can't defend Onana. Onana is a brick.
11 against 11, Lyon wins this game.
Bro, Onana isn't the only Onana isn't the only brick in Manchester United. You have a lot of brick talent. That for me, for the standard of Manchester United, you guys are not even 50% of what you used to be. And for me, if I was a fan, I would be revolting, bro.
This is prime Man United
against Lyon, bro. We have to pretend like everything is okay, but everything is not okay for the likes of Manchester United.
Who said anything's okay? But who said everything's okay?
Okay. Let's move to the comments. Okay.
This was proper Man United I grew up with.
Yeah, because guys, remember United in the early days, guys, under Fergie, they were used to doing a comebacks in the 90s.
Yeah,
Fergie time.
Twice.
Fergie time. That's the hilarious one.
No, I'm not joking around. It's actually true. It's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, Fergie time isn't something. Let's say that the other teams in the Premier League they use as a compliment towards Manchester United. Fergie time is more of an insult, implying that they're that team that they give extra time to make that comeback compared to other teams. Yeah, they know that.
Keep cooking.
That's the meaning of. That's where Fergie time came from. It's not something that Manchester United can look
they
at
rigged
as
the
a
United game so they could win. They rigged the United game so they could win. Yes, they did.
Fergie time came. Fergie time came because Man United were known for making comebacks and known for winning games.
With like 12 minutes of stoppage time.
No, I know. I'm not disagreeing with the fact that you make comebacks, but I'm saying the phrase Fergie time, it doesn't come from a praiseworthy statement. You know, it's actually more of an insult to the fact of an accusation that you guys get extra time, extra added time to make sure you guys win the game. That's.
I don't.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Can I just say? I am loving these tears.
What I just said.
That's what the other. You're in the fucking Europa League. What tears? You're in the fucking Europa League.
Yeah.
Which fucking tears? Hold on. Shush. You are in the fucking Europa League.
We're in the Europa League.
I'm in the Champions League.
You care so much, even when we're in the Europa League.
Don't talk to me. I'm in the Champions League. I'm in the Champions League.
Okay, Sebastian, I'm
in the Champions League. Don't talk.
Okay, guys, let's bring order in the court. Order in the court. 10. We give your say first.
Okay, so if we're talking about Fergie time or whatever, right? I'm probably on the side of T10S. Like, Man United deserved this win, but when Lyon were 10 men down, that first half of extra time, they were better than Man United. Looked like Man United were 10 men down. And at the same time, if you want to talk about Fergie time, do you guys remember how many goals Barcelona scored in that famous 6-1 remontada against PSG?
That was a robbery.
Well, what up?
You can't talk about a robbery. So... And that game was a robbery.
The biggest robbery. Hold on. The biggest robbery is the fact that your club PSG is still even an institution after a month.
No. That game was. Let me speak. You can't deny that game was a fucking robbery. Hold on. Shush.
Wait, hold on.
Mute this bullshit. Hold on.
It's my stream.
Be honest. That was a robbery. That PSG
guys.
Let's
does that mean every comeback is a robbery? Was Sweden's comeback against Germany a robbery?
No, because
it is.
No. You know why? You know why the Barca PSG is a robbery? You want to know why that's a robbery? PSG Barca.
Okay, was Arsenal Newcastle 4-4 in 2011? Was that a robbery?
I'm not speaking about that. Stop deflecting. I'm not speaking about that. Stop fucking deflecting.
You can mute.
AD, I swear to God. What I'm asking AD this. The PSG.
Okay, guys. Let's just speak about this game. We don't need to go off tangents.
Exactly.
No, it's because these pricks saying.
Okay, aren't you a Milan fan? Why are you out here claiming PSG? You know you can't be
No, because
switching.
that game was a fucking robbery between Barca and PSG. Can you be honest?
Again, the
Or are
biggest-
you
okay,
that
biggest
stupid?
robbery-
Or are you
Okay,
that
let's
stupid?
not- let's-
biggest
okay,
robbery
let's not go off
Typical
tangent.
Barca fans. Typical Barca fans with no brain.
Okay, Sebastian, I got a question. If you really are a Milan fan that you claim to be, then why do you
Why
care
you
about
get
the
so
Barca
offended after a team
No,
that isn't
But
even
go and
yours?
go and rewatch that game and tell me that's not a robbery. And then
Well,
Okay,
was the Neymar free kick a robbery, bro?
Okay, was Liverpool?
no,
4-0
that Barca
Barcelona
PSG.
robbery?
Are you stupid?
Okay, can we not get off tangent? Like, this is going off tangent. We're going.
No,
we
it's
need to get
it's
back-
this guy Vic,
I
man.
just
He's such a
figuring
disgusting,
Sebastian.
delusional Barca
Sebastian, you're
fan.
not a PSG fan, bro. Relax. You're not a PSG
No,
fan.
but
Okay.
that game was a robbery. You can't
No,
accuse
bro,
me.
you're not a PSG fan, bro.
No,
Relax.
no.
Okay, Sebastian.
I'm asking you, was that a robbery, Barca PSG?
Oh, does
6-1.
anyone call it a robbery, bro? Nobody calls it.
Yes,
a
everyone does. Everyone who watch football, everyone who knows football.
Okay,
You don't know
Sebastian,
football. You don't know nothing about football.
Okay, Sebastian. Okay,
Nothing.
Sebastian. Are you, okay, explain me why it's a robbery. Then we're gonna move. We need to move.
Go
Let
and
me
watch
just-
the game and go and
He's
watch
just
the game
saying,
and
watch the
then
game,
we'll
but
explain.
he's out here crying, bro. How do you
We're just
ball up
saying,
4
what's
0
great
Go
lead?
and
that
fucking
I'm
watch
beating
that
my
game. Go
How
and
do
watch
you
that
ball
game
up 4
again.
0 lead, bro?
No, 80. Okay, you later if you have time.
Oh, I
go rewatch that
Oh,
game.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the penalty that Neymar got. You're talking about that.
And the Suarez dive.
You're talking about the
The Suarez
penalties.
dive.
Yeah, you're talking about the penalties.
And everything else. The referees even said it was a robbery. The referee said it.
Post the link. Post the link to that. Post the link to that statement right now.
Okay, guys, let's move. Let's move. We're going.
No,
off
the
tangent.
referee literally said it.
Okay, okay. Can we move? Can we
2
move?
years ago.
Can I
Okay,
just
we're
say-
talking about.
Bro,
Can we
Wait,
move
okay,
on?
go take a shower, bro. You're
Ask
delusional.
ask
just
the
like
fucking referee. Ask that referee
Go
if it
take
was
a
a
Okay,
shower,
robbery.
can we
or
move,
not.
please?
You have
Alright,
some
let's move,
stinky
let's move.
takes, bro.
I just like
Okay,
to mention
okay.
why are we fighting so much of a Man United doing a
Hold
comeback?
on, hold on, hold on.
Nobody cares
This
about
is-
United.
This is a United
I'm
shit.
the Newcastle
Sebastian
fan
has
that
taken
actually
over,
backing
bro.
Man United.
Okay,
Sebastian-
can
Too
we
late
move,
is a
please?
disgrace. Vic is a disgrace to the Barca fan. To the Barca fans.
Okay, okay.
Disgrace.
Can we please move? Can we please move? Let's move on. Let's move on. But yeah, anyways, for Man United, as I said, man, crazy comeback for them against Lyon. And let's see for Man United, because like I said, if you do this kind of comeback, you have to win this tournament now. You have to win this tournament now. Because I'm sorry, doing this comeback and not winning the tournament, it feels like it's a waste.
Harry Maguire lifting the Europa League. We will be there.
Okay, T-Taz, you would have to agree. You would have to agree. Like, this would be a waste if you guys go out the next round.
I wouldn't say.
Come on, you Spurs.
I mean, I'd
Bro,
say
don't
as
give
a-
don't
as
give
a-
Spurs. Don't give
I'd
Spurs
say
that
as
trophy,
a-
guys. Don't give
Fuck
Spurs.
Wait,
Barca.
let him finish. Let him finish.
I'd say
Where's
as a standalone game, I feel like no matter what happens in the semis and the finals, I feel like nothing can take away from the beauty of this comeback. But also, yeah, I think we should go on to win it now. I think we are the favorite. On paper, we have the best team right now in the Europa League in terms of players, so we should win it. But at the same time, I don't think anything can take away from the beauty of this comeback.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, hold on.
Alright,
I want to
let's
add a point, 80. Could you imagine, right? Could you imagine Spurs and Arsenal in a Super Cup final?
Yes.
That would be
And,
crazy.
and I need Chelsea to lose.
That's not
I need
gonna
Chelsea
happen.
to
That's
lose.
not gonna happen, of course. But yeah, that would be crazy.
We will be there. We will be there. We will be there if that happens. In terms of banter, mid predictions.
I genuinely believe we're not gonna be able to beat Inter. But
Okay, we'll say that.
well, that's the next time. I'm just setting that up, but that's because I believe Arsenal might actually have a chance of winning.
In the worst year of Premier League, England has a strong chance to be all European finals. That's true. Okay, low.
I think they
Then
are,
Netflix with these sunglasses, low. Bro got the horror for real, low. This year's Scandinavian football in Europe, and we'll talk about that. Hi, Boogie.
Hey,
And no
80.
matter what happens, Newcastle has a trophy.
Okay.
Wait, let me read these
Yeah,
comments.
no matter what
Actually,
happens,
you
this is the best season for me. That's
Yeah,
why I come back.
Actually, nobody cares about
I don't mind.
Newcastle.
Remember, Viking or elsewhere had good performances.
Yes.
Too. This year's what is it going to decline? No more international competitions. Are you not entertained? Yo, was Germans. Yeah, Viking go regular pretty much did. And you're one of those people though. JK. Okay, I said I still don't. I still Bruno's still one of United's best players. Like, am I wrong for saying that?
Who, Bruno? Bruno
Yeah.
Fernandes?
Yeah, and like 15 or 16 or 20 years ago, the best player was Ronaldo, Van Nistelrooy, these players like Scholes, like, and now it's
Yeah.
fucking Bruno Fernandes, the downfall.
Hey, but that just shows how bad the other players are. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like we know this. I know that as an United fan. Of course, I know this.
more like a nightmare than entertainment. But it was a robbery. Okay, if you think that was entertaining, you're not a football fan, though. Yeah, that I actually agree with Pookie. If you don't think this was fun, like, stop watching.
No,
football.
that game was
I
fun.
love that team and they love
You don't have
the was
to.
there, but get him out of class or something. I feel like it would have been even more wilder if everything went well, you know.
Like imagine if Lyon scored to make it 5-5. Oh, incredible!
Absolutely.
I would have celebrated shamelessly.
Okay,
bro,
bro, this Turkey guy, isn't he on a free?
Nah, bro. He 25 million in the summer. Go get him. Go get him. It's a
But why would you go to United, man? You can go to better clubs.
Yeah, he's a baller. He's a baller. Not exactly say, but okay. With 14, Lyon should have wrapped it up. Okay. Why is everyone glazing Man United? Lyon bottled it. You have at least banned French clubs. This is disgraceful. Yeah, French teams. This is a history of French teams. They're always boxers.
Yes.
This is a history of France.
Look at this. Look at this.
Look at this.
It's typical. Yeah, it's typical. It's typical clown club, man. Real Madrid and Man United, two clown joke of a clubs.
No.
Barca and Liverpool forever. Barca and Liverpool forever.
Wow. Okay, let's.
Liverpool, Barca forever. Barca pool. It's Barca pool.
No Spurs and United lost. 18. Sebastian's right. Sebastian's right. Lyon are mediocre.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone's saying they're not mediocre, but you're saying that you're saying that Man United shouldn't be happy with this comeback. That's harsh.
Because they beat a mediocre Lyon team. That's why.
Now I gotta get United credit from Bodo Glimt to Bodo Glimt. Plus Lyon focusing on Ligue 1. I think it's score reflects Lyon but when it the Man United playing good. I think both things can be true though. Okay, cool guy. Rare truth. Robbie win. Yeah, man. Ref is a United fan. All to get eliminated next game. Okay, if ref was a United fan, if the referee was a United fan as you claim to be, then how come Lyon got penalties? Yeah, explain that.
How come Lyon got the red? How come Lyon got a red in that moment of the game?
Yeah, they wouldn't do crap against Bodo Glimt. Bro, he literally got sent up. How's that not more against Lyon than Man United? I'm saying it's both teams got screwed over.
Also, can I just say, people in the chat, I've seen it. Don't call us Man U. It's actually disrespectful. Say Man United.
Okay, Man U. Okay, congrats, Man U for the win.
Man U was actually a slur which was used against the people who died in 1958 in a plane crash. So it's very disappointing.
Okay, yeah. I'll just call them United or Man United.
Boychester divided.
Not that.
Big up HH. Big up HH.
Yeah, they didn't do that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Thanks for mentioning that. All right.
I
Let's
mean,
go ahead.
You are a Real Madrid fan, so
Okay. Let me call Fonseca. So Fonseca, after Turkey scored the goal, you decide to take Turkey off. How is that not a brick decision?
He took him off.
Yeah. So he took him off after he scored. And Sebastian
did he take him off as a defender? That's the question.
No, that's his mistake that he did. That's the only
mistake. That's a horrible mistake. That's a big mistake.
Because the thing is, from a Lyon perspective, United need to attack, so we'll have space on the counter attack. Turkey could be using the counter.
If I was Fonseca before the game, I would have started like I said.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like it's just ridiculous. And when Talisca got sent off.
Oh yeah, that Mika Tatsa guy, he is mid. I don't know why.
He's not mid. So
no, he was bad these two games. He was bad. He's so good.
He was bad, but he's not mid.
Like bro, mid players just go to Ligue 1, bro.
So I'm just saying is that I just feel like Fonseca, you gotta take
exactly they go to Barca instead.
Like why did you take Turkey off? That was such a stupid idea. And why did you go super defensive after taking the lead? You should have gone super defensive. That was also another brick.
Well, they were 10 men, and then they eventually scored the fourth.
Actually, one thing I did figure to talk about. I'd say credit to Eminem for the substitutions because I think Ericsson, Mount, Mine, all of them were very important for us winning because they really helped us keep the ball more in the last minutes of the game. So yeah, credit to Eminem.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. Anyways, let's move on, guys. Let's talk about.
Yeah. Finally,
let's move on.
Bozo FC.
So, guys,
which one?
Lazio, man. There's a reason why this team underperforms. And Lazio, man, this is such a bad opportunity. This is so bad to lose to Bodo Glimt on penalties. And yes, I understand they were better than them. They probably should have won this game like 4 or 5-0. Their goalkeeper Hakin was amazing. By the way, he basically kept Bodo Glimt in this. But at the same time, though, Bodo also had a lot of chances this game too. And if we're being really real, guys, Bodo Glimt should have won the first leg 3 or 4-0. Lazio were horrible that first leg. So for Lazio, as I said, man, how much of a failure you guys think this is for them to get knocked out of the quarterfinals against a Norwegian team?
Ooh. Well, I mean, had Lazio progressed, they would have played Tottenham. So that's basically a ticket to a final for Lazio. So yeah, it's bad. Though obviously credit that Lazio actually did make it. They kind of turned it around. We forget they scored in the last minute. They would have been knocked out before the extra time. So yeah, I think ultimately for Lazio, it's in a way embarrassing because of this, actually La Liga we get the extra 5th place spot. So yeah, for Serie A it's not great. And yeah, that means we'll get either one of Tottenham or Bodo Glimt in the final in Bilbao. Lovely. I can one team ending a trophy drought or the biggest surprise in modern day football. But we'll see. We'll see. But great result ultimately in the end for Bodo Glimt. And let's see. I mean, I remember they beat Roma 6-1 a few years.
Yeah, 6-1, 6-1.
So they did to the same Rome club or different Rome club. But yeah, let's see how far they go.
The smaller Rome club.
So yeah, Bodo Glimt, man, incredible achievement. First time ever they're in the semifinals of a European competition, and they're playing with house money here, guys. Because we'll get to the other team, and I have a lot to say about that team because that team was horrible. But we'll speak about them. But there, and for Lazio, as I said, man, really big missed opportunity here in the Europa League with the Europa League being so wide open. And as Ten said right there, man, they could have made the final and possibly win it, possibly.
Until they play Man United and lose.
And they're now in a bad position where they have to get top 4 now, essentially. And I'll be honest with you, do you think Lazio are going to get top 4? Because they're kind of like home merchants, if we're being real.
I mean, they still have to play Juventus, I believe, at some point in the last 6 games. So we'll see. But yeah, the season, in a way, has kind of tailed off at the wrong time for Lazio. But we'll see. We'll see how they do.
Yeah, Lazio show so much promises. You know what's crazy, guys? They were like the league. Didn't they top the league phase? I think they topped the league phase.
Yeah, they did. And then Strasbourg Steve was all hyped up. They end up losing to fucking Bodo Glimt.
Yeah. So Sebastian, man, as a Lazio hater, man, how are you enjoying this? How are you enjoying this?
I mean, I said it last time, Eddie, on the.
Oh yeah, you did say it.
I said Bodo Glimt will go through in this game because Lazio, I can't trust them. But I think Bodo Glimt deserved to go through. I think they were better over 2 legs. Lazio, since I'm sorry, they are just. They are garbage. I'm sorry, they are. I don't know how they are top 4 in the Serie A, by the way. Shows how bad Milan and Rome are. But yeah, this Lazio team stinks. I'm sorry. The fact that they made this far is just mind blowing. But if fair play to Bodo Glimt, I think they have been looking very good. Obviously coming 9th in the league stage and coming through like this. And also on penalties, which it's 50-50 for the penalties. But I still predicted Bodo Glimt to go through. They play Spurs next. Who knows what will happen? We never know. Bodo Glimt might win. Bodo Glimt might lose.
No,
but I'm not surprised because Bodo Glimt has been doing very good in Europe these past years. Obviously now kicking out Lazio. I mean, if they could win the Europa League, that would be huge. Because I think I think that would be the first Norwegian club to make a UCL. To make the UCL group.
You gotta know something, bro. I don't know if you hear about Chelsea lost to Lagia today.
Yeah, we know. It doesn't really matter.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Still an L against some radio.
But Sebastian, Sebastian, as you were saying, because guys, I'm gonna say this right now: if Bodo Glimt does somehow win this Europa League, that might be the best club achievement of all time, the best underdog achievement in so many years.
Yeah, in modern times, with how money is like.
Yeah, the only one that you could maybe say would be better would be maybe Leicester City. I still don't think these would top Leicester, but this might be the best in terms of club football.
Yeah.
Second best, I would say. I mean, would you agree with that 10? Like, Leicester would still be
Yeah.
better if Bodo Glimt still win the league. I mean, Europa League.
I mean, if you want, I don't know about the wage bill of this current Bodo Glimt team and what that Leicester team back in the day was, but if Bodo Glimt ends up winning this is probably the greatest club achievement, given how the transfer market, how much money these clubs like a Man United, Tottenham, who they play. I know Athletic Club don't really spend that money, but still, this is probably going to be the biggest achievement, not only for Norwegian football because we don't have any achievements, but biggest achievement in modern day club football if Bodo Glimt ends up winning it.
And Scandinavia as well. So
yeah, it'll be amazing. So I'm for Bodo Glimt, man. It's a history in the making. Their first semifinal appearance, and I just think Bodo Glimt, you have to give it up to them, man. They were phenomenal this game. They got the goal there. They were not really that good on the road, and the fact that they did it is incredible. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I want to hear from T-S, man. What's your thoughts on this amazing achievement from Bodo Glimt?
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, as an United fan, I'm very happy that Lazio's out because I think that a decent team could cause us some issues. I fancy our. I mean, I think Spurs should win, but if we do reach the final, I really fancy our chances against Bournemouth. I think in the first at Old Trafford, we beat them 3-2 in the group stages. Of course, we had a bit of an advantage because it was at Old Trafford, but I mean, I really fancy our chances against them. But as a pure football fan, fantastic achievement. I think Norwegian clubs don't really have that great of European heritage, so Bournemouth is certainly helping out in that regard. And yeah, I mean, fair enough. To the goalkeeper as well, I thought probably man of the match for Bournemouth. I think in the penalty shootout made 3 to 4 saves. I think, and it was great saves as well. I mean, he's from Russia, so maybe if I speak, I'll be in trouble. But I think yeah, overall good result for Bournemouth. And yeah, I'll say that I think no matter, as Tem said, I think no matter who we have in the final, it'll be very good for football because we'd either have Spurs, the team notorious for bottling finals and for not having really any trophies, or brand new club from Scandinavia reaching a European final. So yeah, I think no matter what happens right now, and I think Bilbao is also, and United, of course, I would love us to reach the final. But I think as a football fan as well, us reaching the final and maybe even winning it would be good from a narrative point of view after everything we've been through the season as United fans. But on the other hand, Bilbao, I don't think they've ever won a European trophy, and it's at their home ground, the final. So I think all 4 clubs in the semifinals have some great.
And there has been 2 Scandinavian clubs who's actually been in a European final in the history. So it's IFK Göteborg and Malmö.
Yeah,
so hopefully my club will be there soon in a final, so I can be there and watch. So.
All right, and now for Vic, man, tell us your thoughts about Bodo Glimt because I remember this team, man. They rose from that because you know what the crazy thing is, Bodo Glimt are even Norwegian's biggest club of all time. Like I believe, what's the biggest team?
It's the Rosenborg.
Rosenborg.
Yeah, Rosenborg. They're like the biggest.
Yeah, Rosenborg, and then there's Molde, and then Fredrikstad.
Yeah, and then the Bodo Glimt came out of nowhere. They were in the second division. They were winning the league titles, and then they beat Roma. And that conference league, that first season ever, was amazing. And yeah, so yeah. Anyways, Vic, you can speak now.
That racist club Lazio can hold that. That's all I gotta say.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Okay, guys, be careful. I don't want this channel to get like what.
Nah,
so
AD,
be careful.
we can call evil institutions out in UP.
Okay, guys. Let's just stick on the football. Let's stick on football.
Bodo Glimt, whatever that thing. Kudos to you guys. You guys are champions. I hope you enjoy this run that you're doing in the semis. And bro, like for Lazio, bro, like they deserve this. Like I hope they enjoy the L. But they're not, but you know what I mean. I hope the other team is celebrating hard for this. They held on. They took it to penalties, and congrats to them. I didn't saw the game, but just the fact that I'm hearing they lost is good news to everyone. Anyone that that doesn't like degenerate fan bases. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Yeah. All right. So shout out to Bodo Glimt, man, and it's incredible, man. And like I said, guys, who's to say Bodo Glimt can't make the final? I mean, they're playing against Spurs. I mean, Spurs are it's Spurs
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
I mean, it's the only
Spurs,
trophy
that's
Spurs
it.
can go after, so that would be tough.
Okay, guys, let's talk about Spurs, guys, because oh my jeez, this was such
We,
a
we,
crap
AD,
house.
we said it as well. The Spurs were gonna go and win this game.
Yeah, I said they would draw, win up pens.
I said
thought
they were gonna win.
I say
Yeah,
they
because
progressed
Frankfurt, guys,
for both.
They
because-
basically won on pens because they
because
scored.
because
Because,
because guys, Frankfurt are really good at home, guys. They rarely lose games at home badly. They
Yeah.
rarely lose. I mean, this is the same team that knocked Barcelona out of the Europa League. Sorry to give you PTSD there, Vic.
lol, hold up.
So, like, this is a team that has, a lot of those players that won the Europa League. They're still part of this team. You still got Koch is still there. I think you got who's you got Skiri that's there as well.
Coach gets.
Yeah, like there's still a lot of the Europa League core players, but the
Skiri.
fact that Spurs, and guys, we have to talk about that penalty. Was that a deserved pen? Because I still think that pen was a bit suspect.
Nah, a pen is a pen. If it's
Okay.
Spurs, it's a pen. Wait a minute.
Wow.
I'm not going back to that Man United.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, no. Okay, guys, was that because this pen was very
They
sketchy?
didn't see any of the pens today, so I can't.
I think it
I'm
was.
not-
I think it was.
Yeah, it
yeah.
was a pen. It was a pen.
Because it was kind of similar to, I mean, no one really cares. The Newcastle 5-0 Crystal Palace the other day. The one
No,
that,
no one cares about Newcastle, mate.
Oh, okay, let him finish.
but yeah, Nick Pope, the goalkeeper, in our game the other day, a couple of days ago or last night, gave away a stupid penalty, and it was kind of similar circumstance with the penalty that was given to Tottenham. And also, Newcastle has one trophy more than most teams in this competition.
You're funny.
Yeah.
Says
For
the
me,
one
this
that holds
penalty-
up 7.
Yeah, for me, this penalty was
What?
kind of like the one of the. Do you guys remember the Argentina Croatia game? It kind of reminded me of that penalty. In some
Yeah,
ways.
basically, yeah.
Yeah, it was basically
It
very
was
similar.
a penalty.
So,
This penalty wasn't
yeah.
rigged, so
but at the end of the day, though, for Frankfurt, man, to not score at home against Spurs, I mean, that back line, I mean, it's just sad because I'm sorry, Spurs were not good today. They were basically just holding on. Trying to hold
what
on.
did you say about that back line?
That Spurs back line's not good, man. It's not good.
I mean, you have a World Cup winner, Romero. You have Van de Ven, Udogi, who's been injured this season, but he's still good. Porro,
Yeah.
decent. Vicario, one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League.
Yeah, Vicario's a good goalkeeper, but you have to admit, Sebastian, that Spurs defense is very shaky. You have to admit that. I don't want to hear you say it's not.
Yeah, but it's not a bad defense, like you said.
But yeah, for Frankfurt, it's really disappointing for them to not do as well at home. But it is what it is. Frankfurt are out, and Spurs, man, they lived through, and we'll see what happens with Spurs, man. And Sebastian's favorite player.
I think it is worth mentioning that probably one of the best players, Mario Götze, was injured off in the opening 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
So it's on. And you know what's also interesting, guys? Son didn't even play this game, and they still did it without.
He was
Son, so-
injured. He was injured.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, I just think it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, shout out to Spurs. And yeah, as I said, man, Frankfurt, man, very disappointing for them. Europa League exit. And yeah, I mean, you know that's crazy, guys. The last 2 times Frankfurt have been eliminated European competitions, they lost at home. They tied away to Club Brugge last season. No, sorry, UESG last season. And they lost at home the second leg. And now, same things happened here. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, so Solanke got the penalty there. Yeah, it was a good win for Spurs, I suppose. And yeah, they're going to have to improve a lot because if they play like that they're going to have to play a lot better against Bodo Glimt. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we never know what could happen in that game.
Yeah.
I mean, it is typical of Spurs. They knock out Eintracht.
Can you stop of this Spurs? Like, it's football. Spurs can lose. Bodo can lose. We never know.
You just said the same thing before. You might as
Well,
well
we're
just
trying to pick up fight, Sebastian. Relax, bro.
No,
Yeah.
Second
I'm
leg
not.
is that
But
the
it's a
second
fucking
leg,
football game. It's a fucking.
Oh my
It's
days.
2 games.
the fact
Yo,
that
you
the
can't
second,
curse on YouTube, bro. Relax.
I think
What?
the second
Wait,
leg,
let
I think the second leg is at Norway. That makes things very interesting.
I mean,
yes, it does.
Spurs. They
Spurs
won
what?
away against Frankfurt, so
We'll see.
maybe they can go to Norway.
Yes.
United
All
are
right.
fucked. Let's go. United are fucked.
Okay,
United
guys, let's
is
talk about the last. Okay, guys, let's talk about the last game we got. Athletic Club 2, Rangers 0. This was a pretty routine win for Athletic Club. They got the win. The goal scoring has been a big issue there, and they got the penalty there. And by the way, how did Athletic Club not score in the first half was ridiculous. They had so many
I mean,
chances.
I mean, they did.
Yeah. No,
No,
I mean,
Rangers
sorry. I
aren't
mean,
a-
how could they score?
Rangers aren't a
Oh,
good team.
Yeah, and then guys, Rangers could have had a penalty there. His shirt literally got ripped. I don't know how that wasn't a pen. That wasn't a pen. That's the reason. But yeah, Sanka got the goal there. I don't remember who gave away the pen. Maybe 10 could help me out. I think it was Sutar who gave the pen away, if I'm not mistaken.
I think.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
Sutar
this
gave
one,
the pen.
this one was the most straightforward game of the four before tonight, in my opinion. So I
Yeah.
didn't have much focus on it. But yeah, my star boy Nico Williams finally turning up when it matters now. Just like he did.
Starboy.
Yeah, actually-
What?
I got 10. I have a question. Why has Nico Williams why has been underwhelming this season?
He
I
hasn't.
mean,
He hasn't been scoring goals, but he has been very, very effective.
I mean, yeah, I think this season's not been that great for him. You could, I don't want to say it's 100% of the blame, but you can say maybe the transfer speculation last summer maybe played a bit in the mind of Nico. But the fact that Athletic Club are in practically the Champions League next season or in the semifinal of the Europa League, with Nico Williams not being that good at all, it's quite commendable of Athletic Club. And obviously, if Nico Williams turns up, then then Athletic Club can definitely obviously win this competition. But they do have to play Man United, though. Just saying.
Well, why do you think he hasn't been that good? Is it because of the stats?
No. Look. 80. Has he been benched by any time of the season?
Yeah, of course. He's been benched for a lot of games.
How many games for the entire season?
A lot,
6.
probably.
Only 6 games he has been benched.
He was benched in the previous game against Rayo Vallecano.
Yeah, because they had the Europa League this
So
game.
they didn't have this game ahead though, because everyone's been piling up games. Even we subbed it off players for certain games.
So Athletic Club just did the same thing. But yeah, like for Nico, it's not been the best season for him. I think it
Because
was
of what?
more of the mental
Because of the
state.
stats. Because of the stats. Are you gonna say that?
What stats? I never mentioned about stats. I was talking about maybe the headspace he had.
No. Why do you think he hasn't had a good
Let him
season?
finish. Let him finish.
Are you a stat merchant?
No,
I'm just asking.
Okay, let him
Are you a
finish, man.
stat
Jeez.
merchant?
So I did not mention anything about stats. Here's my reasoning. I'm not saying it's 100% true. I could be wrong, right? But I believe last summer, I'm not saying his head was fully turned when Barcelona were linked with Nico Williams. That's a pretty exciting project at the time. New manager Hansi Flick. Obviously now with hindsight, look where Barcelona are now. So maybe that might have played in the mind of Nico. That's probably why he hasn't been performing that well overall this season. But now, hopefully, when he does play, then he turns up, because the reason why he was benched in a few games, actually, not just like a handful, but he's been benched for a few games. It was probably because he wasn't actually playing that well, basically. But the fact that Athletic Club are basically in the Champions League for next season could potentially win this Europa League, with Nico Williams being practically not that good all season long. It's still commendable. Like, his brother's been way better than Nico this season. So I think it was more of maybe his head was turned from the links from last summer, and who knows what will happen this upcoming summer with Nico and Barcelona. Whether it materializes or not, we shall see. But I could be wrong, but that might be a good reasoning why. So
I'd say his finishing and goal scoring has been poor. I think that's the only aspect. He hasn't been outright because normally when Bilbao doesn't really have a player performing, they ship them to the side and it makes it permanent. Someone takes over. He hasn't been completely shoved it out, but I do see his assists. His assist for last season was pretty solid, and to be honest, he hasn't been terrible when I was looking at his heat match. He's been doing.
I think he's
he's been prolific. I'll say he's been prolific, but he hasn't been up to what people expected him to be.
Yeah,
but to be
basically.
honest, I'm gonna tell you this right now: Nico Williams has never been a guy that will produce you numbers like that. He hasn't really. He was never that type of player to begin with.
What he will do?
He is
What
a
he will
player.
do-
He is a player that he will be effective week in, week out. He has a level of consistency in what
And-
you know what you're gonna get from him, you know? That's what Nico Williams is. I don't see him as the world beater, but I don't see a good winger there. And a lot of people right now would take a good winger that can do the basics right.
Yeah, maybe Nick Williams is clutch. He will just come up big in the clutch games, and be clutch. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what stats he has for the season. If he wins Europa League for Bilbao, nobody's gonna really care. You know what he
All
does.
that matters if he turns up in the most important games. If he does that, nobody can say nothing.
Well, I mean, he did this past summer.
Against
he
who?
turned up the Euros. Come on, no, don't do this.
Hold on. He has to knock us out of the Copa del Rey, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
So
was
I said against who? I didn't say it was right. I said against who?
Okay. Let me hear from T Dennis, man. So T Dennis, man, how are you fancy your prospects against Bilbao after seeing this performance?
I think it'll be very interesting. I think they're a team which are, I feel like, when you mentioned that they're more of a defensively strong team, which is surprising considering they have the likes of Nico Williams and Naki Williams. I think the main game plan for United would be try to shut Nico Williams and Inaki if he starts, try to shut them down. If we do that, I think a lot of the work is done. Of course, we have to break them down. And that'll be a tough task, but I feel like with our attack, I feel like with the likes of Bruno. Also, by the way, I'm not completely sure. Ahmad could be back for one of the legs. I think for the second leg.
That's a huge play. That's because he is amazing. He's amazing.
So if we have him back as well, so yeah, I think with him, Bruno, Garnacho as well as dangerous on the break. I feel like we can do what we did against Lyon, of course. Like we can't score 4 or 5 goals, but I feel like if we score with just 1 or 2 goals and then try to keep Nico and Inaki out of the games, that'll probably be the game plan.
Yeah, this Bilbao team, like I said, they have been issues offensively scoring, but defensively they've been very solid. They haven't really conceded many goals this season. So yeah,
I think they've been really good this season. I think like they just have 3 very, very good teams above them in the league and in the Europa.
All right, guys. So let's before we move to the conference league, guys. Let's talk about what would be the best. Let's talk about the UEL final. What would be the best?
Bilbao.
Spurs Man United, please.
Spurs Bilbao would be the best one.
Okay, I want to hear from. Okay, wait. I want to hear from. So 10. So 10 says Spurs United, and you're saying it for Banter, right?
Yeah. But what do I really think? Like being serious. I mean, I've said Man United at the start of the season will win this, so I have to say Man United. On the other side, I don't know. I could see the fairy tale continuing. So I'll go Bodo Glimt Man United as my actual final. Man United win it. But for the banter, Tottenham Man United. I will be there. I would love that. And I could actually travel to Bilbao, so who knows? We'll see. But yeah, good luck.
To support Man United, I won't be shocked.
I'm a Newcastle fan. We're meant to hate Manchester United, but
I mean, you probably would.
Yeah, actually,
you probably would support United.
You've been the most you've been the most respectful Newcastle fan I know in terms of United.
and we beat you like 4-1 the other day, so I'm like,
yeah.
You know what?
First of all, United ain't gonna make the final. I'm promise you that.
Okay, guys. I'm saying what will be the best. Okay, let's rank that problem. So, let's do it from fourth first. So, I think I think the most boring would be Bodo Glimt. That would be the most boring.
Bodo Bilbao won't be the most boring.
Wait, Bilbao. No, I think okay, probably Glimt and Man United. Yeah.
No, any United final will be boring. So.
To be honest, no, I don't think any of these games would be boring. Whichever.
No, I'm just saying.
Has Spurs ever won the Europa League or the other?
Yes, they won the. I think they won the first UEFA Cup or UEFA Cup.
Yeah.
With the first.
That don't count. No,
so they do have heritage. Yeah.
Okay, so they haven't won the modern
trophies. Don't count. That's Madrid.
Okay, they haven't. Okay, they haven't won the modern edition. Okay, they haven't won the modern.
No modern edition doesn't count.
That's still
okay. So actually, this is the very first time of the modern edition now.
You know, if we get a Bilbao against Bodo Glimt final, it's gonna be more than 3 goals in that game.
Okay, so Tottenham have won it before. Man United, of course, have won it. Bilbao never won it. Bodo Glimt obviously never won it. So, yeah. And guys, remember, we also take this as a final into consideration, guys. Bilbao, the final is at Bilbao.
It's at Bilbao.
We have to take that into consideration. So,
and it's 50-50 supporters, by the way.
So,
but you probably expect the whole city supporting Bilbao anyway.
But it's going to be 50-50 supporters.
Okay, you know what, guys? I made my mind. The worst in terms of football quality will probably be Man United Spurs. And just in terms of quality. It'll probably be in terms of quality because I'm sorry, I don't think the match will be good.
In terms of quality, Bodo Glimt Bilbao would be the best one.
I actually think it's just a personal opinion. I think Bodo Glimt v Man United, footballing quality wise, would be the worst.
Nah, it's Bodo against Bilbao would be the best footballing wise.
I said the worst, but in terms of the best, I'd say Spurs Athletic Club as the best footballing. But if you want the pure banter, Spurs Man United.
Yeah, you know what? I think
Spurs Bilbao or Spurs Bilbao or Bodo Bilbao, which will be the better football game?
I think Spurs Bilbao will be a better narrative. I think.
Want me to give an uncomfortable prediction?
No, we're not predicting, guys. I'm just saying which final will be the best in terms of narratives, and I think we're saying that Man United Spurs will probably be the best in terms of banter because because it would basically be a Premier League game. But in terms of actual narratives, I think Spurs Bilbao because Spurs they have they are known for not winning much, right? And Bilbao, a team that is kind of like not really talked about that much. You know, it's kind of like the two teams that are not really big in their respective countries are making the European final. So, I just think because let's be real, guys. In England and Spain, Spurs and Bilbao aren't really big. They're not, right?
Huh? What? You're saying Athletic Club are not that big?
No, sorry. I mean, they're not as big as Barca, Real Madrid. I meant like that.
And
I mean,
I mean, they're not. No, but what I'm saying is that they're never considered the biggest clubs in their own respective countries. That's what I'm saying.
I'd probably say a lot of Spanish people actually say Athletic Club are just as big as those two. Never been relegated from La Liga.
Oh, that's actually
probably the third most successful club in Spain.
So I feel like maybe I need to rephrase. Maybe I need to change my
trophy drought. You can say trophy. Wait, no, they want to cover that.
They ended the trophy.
Okay, well, you can say it's a good opportunity. This is a great opportunity for both teams to win a European silverware in quite some time. Because who knows, they're both going to get a great opportunity like this in the future. Yeah. I think it's a great opportunity for both teams, and that's it. So, So, and like I said, it's going to be interesting. Ernesto Valverde versus Postecoglou.
Oh god.
So, Postecoglou against.
Yeah, big up to Valverde, man. Greatest Barca manager that I've seen.
No, he's not. Stop it. So, yeah, I mean, I think. Okay, so let me do a poll actually in the chat, guys. Which final you guys want to see the most? For me, I want to see Spurs Bilbao the most.
That's good. Okay, let's go around the Sebastian. You don't have a great manager because you don't have no UCL.
Okay, guys. Let's go around the room. So, Ted, what you said Spurs Bilbao, right? You want that final the most, right?
I actually said the opposite, but okay, serious. Bodo Glimt, Man United. For the banter, Spurs v Man United. I want the banter. Let's go. Spurs Man United.
I want either Spurs Bilbao or Bodo against Bilbao.
All right.
I actually think it will be Spurs Bilbao, by the way.
Okay, and what about you, Titanes? Well, of course you're gonna say United. So which and obviously you're gonna say Bilbao, right?
Yeah, I'll say Bomo. I'll say United Bomo Glimt because I think it'll be the easiest final to watch as an IFA.
Like United fans saying games will be easy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying the easy, yes.
Shows that your club is cooked, and I enjoy
okay,
it.
Okay, anyway, okay, just move on for that. Vic, man, which final you want to see the most?
Bilbao and Spurs, and the one that I think is gonna happen is this is good. No, this is who are gonna make the final.
No, I'm not asking. I'm not. Okay, well, I'm not asking to predict.
That's what I see happening. That's what I see happening.
Okay. So I'm gonna say Spurs. Bilbao is the one I want to see the most. I will not reveal who I predict. You have to stay tuned for our predictions video. As we move on, let's read some of you guys' comments, and then we're gonna quickly touch upon the conference league, guys. Quickly touch upon because got some stuff to say. We're gonna do that real quick. Might as well try changing. Okay, go take a shower. Matt's channel. What a comeback! I'm happy for Man. I hope they win the tournament. Matt's
big up.
Yeah, big
Matt supports Man United. Like I swear, Matt supports United.
Yeah,
he's a Mr. City fan.
Leo are better with 10 out to the fourth goal to make it 4-2. Can't complain. Yeah. Okay, let's not read those comments because I don't want to start a war again. So let's go.
Exactly, because there's Barca fans who will blame on certain game.
Okay. Let's see. Leon also got away with. Okay, wait. Okay, yeah.
No, don't do it. Don't.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Leon stink like it's league. Wow, Emily Sky in all caps. That's right, Bodo here.
Right.
They here just Romeo Lazio the same thing.
Yeah.
Ranieri only made one summer signing when Leicester won the league. Okay, Leicester team would still be misused word literary. Oh, I have a great video for the second channel. Most overused words and dictionary. Oh, that's gonna be a video. I need to do that video second channel. I need that video.
Matt will be one of them.
Okay, Bodo Glimt wage bill. Oh, this is actually a good one.
Oh,
125K. Leicester City 2016, 44 million. Roughly, so you know what, guys, would Bodo Glimt winning the Europa League bigger than Leicester City win the league?
Can I just say, if you know English football, Leicester's not even the biggest achievement in English football. Nottingham Forest in the 80s, they were promoted one season. Then after 2 to 3 seasons, in the span of 2 or 3 seasons, right after they got promoted, they won 1 first division title and 2 European.
Dinosaur age.
Back to back.
Dinosaur age.
Oh, come on, man.
Literally, like half of AC Milan's trophies are in the dinosaur.
Back then as well, I feel like people don't realize this. Back then, you had to win your league to compete for the European Cup. It was actually a tougher competition back then.
I mean, you still have to do it.
Sebastian, were you alive to see those European Cups?
No. was.
Was your goalkeeper a pterodactyl or something?
I'm 22, mate, so you can't say anything.
Okay, so
I mean, you can ask KT.
Okay, guys, let's get back into the question. If Bodo Glimt wins the Europa League, is it bigger than Leicester City?
Yes, by far.
Maybe, I don't know about Leicester. I'm thinking because I consider Nottingham Forest to be the great achievement in football. I think I'd still say Forest because back-to-back European Cups after 2 seasons after getting promoted, and at that time you had to win the European Cup. So you had to win your league to qualify for the European Cup. So I still think that's a big achievement.
Yeah, and to be fair, it kind of depends who Bodo beats in the final. Like if Bodo beats United in the final,
then
I mean that's not shocking because United are garbage. So,
but beating Man United in the finals, for any club, a big achievement.
Big for any club.
Club. I mean, then again, beating Bilbao away from home in the final would still be really impressive.
Beating Bilbao at their home stadium in the final.
Yeah, that's also
more.
Good.
That's more impressive than beating United in a final.
I think they're equally just as impressive, whichever team. If both
it's true. Yeah, actually, it's true.
Doesn't matter.
No, but beating the team who has The final has the home stadium. There's more.
Okay, guys. So let's go to the Conference League. Guys, let's go to the Conference League.
Oh my God, we're going for.
Okay, so Conference League. Just to round off against. I'll be honest with you guys. The ties were basically done. So we're not going to really go too much into each game individually.
Proper shells.
So rather, what we're going to do is this: is that we're gonna. You know what? I want to hear from Sebastian, man. So Sebastian, man, George, get on. Will you be there?
If this team ends up winning this European trophy,
let Sebastian speak.
I will be disgusted. I will be angry, and this will ruin football. The Swedish football. If you're gonna win the Conference League, it will ruin Swedish football.
I have to give credit to Rapid Dirgegan to win.
No, I'm not giving credit. Don't give credit to this team. They ain't that good. 2 red cards also. So I'm not.
Sebastian, it's away from home and Wait, this is Austria team, right?
Yes, it's Austria.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Germany because of
And Sebastian, you know, I just realized Sweden finally beat Austria, and they did it for you. They did it. Man, they did it.
You're funny. You're very funny. Has Austria made the World Cup final? Have Austria made the World Cup final? Just say.
Wow, this is insane.
Both have 0 trophies anyway.
Have Austria made the first of all European final? Have they made a World Cup final?
For age, just saying.
Okay, guys.
Respect the World Cup. Respect the World Cup.
Okay, guys. If you guys don't understand the context, Sweden and Austria were in the Euro qualifiers group. And I think Austria beat them twice.
Nobody needs your shit context. Nobody needs your shit context about that.
Okay, just about context into consideration.
It's international football. This is club football.
Okay, I know, Sebastian. You think I don't know
this thing? I swear to God, this stinky Swedish club that I hate. If they win this competition, I will be angry and I will rage even more. Right now, I'm not even angry because I know they will get smoked by Chelsea, hopefully.
Okay, guys.
Proper shells.
Okay, guys. But guys, it's really crazy, guys. When we talk about Bodo Glimt winning the Europa League, we got to do the same thing with George Godon. If George Godon wins the Conference League,
if this team wins,
okay, we have to address the hypothetical. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying we have to address this what if. If they manage to do this, how much of an achievement is this?
I will have a mental breakdown.
Oh. I mean, a football club that spent almost $2 billion to build a squad and failed to beat Joe Gordon's over 2 games.
You beat a team that could not win a Stockholm derby, who scored 0 goals in the Stockholm derby last year. This Djurgården team is garbage. Their fucking club is garbage. They're useless.
Sebastian. I think they wouldn't care less about Stockholm derby if they win the Conference League.
$2 billion is crazy, bro. You know, with $2 billion, you feed multiple countries.
If they win that Conference League, AD.
Wait, would that actually be Sweden's first trophy, ever?
No. No, because the Göteborg won it. Göteborg won 1 and Malmö won 1. No, Göteborg won 2. Göteborg won 2, Malmö 0.
Göteborg won 2.
AK will win it next year. We'll be there when we win fun.
Guys, I'm gonna say this will be on level with Olympiacos. This will be on level with it.
Yeah.
Don't compare that huge Olympiacos club to this small, disgusting club who can't even beat the who can't win a Stockholm derby plus they score 0 goals.
Okay. So Sebastian, please be objective. Please be objective when you speak about this. Because
why?
You do realize. What do you mean why?
Swedish football will be fucking ruined if this club wins the Conference League. It will be the end.
No, Sebastian, you're just
Sebastian, it will be the end. You don't understand. You don't understand Swedish football, so you say that it would be good, but it literally wouldn't.
You know what's actually interesting. I think I saw in the group chat Seb Ball, the other Sebastian. He also supports AIK, by the way. He wouldn't be mad if George Godon wins this.
Oh, no, because he's not an AIK fan. I'm sorry, he's not. The fact that you're an AIK fan and saying that's just disgusting and disgraceful.
Okay.
As an AIK fan, you should not do this.
Okay. Let me hear from Ted because I think Sebastian's just being.
No. The fact if this club wins the Conference League,
It doesn't say. It doesn't help your country's crazy.
Then we have to win the Conference League next year.
It doesn't. It doesn't help your. It doesn't help your country's crazy. That I think.
No,
is
it helps the coefficient, but it doesn't help me and the other clubs in the Switch. It doesn't.
Okay, I want to hear from 10. 10
You don't understand the mental breakdown if this team wins a European trophy before my club. I need to win that. If AAK wins the Conference League next season, son, I need that to happen.
Okay.
If you're gonna win this Conference League, I need to win that fucking trophy.
Okay.
All right, bro. Quit hogging the mic. Someone else speak.
Shush, Kool-Aid. You support Barca, so you should shut up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the greatest club of all time.
AAK was with the biggest robbery against Barca.
Okay, let me just put it back. Let me just put it back. Okay, so 10. Okay, so 10.
That was coming though, for the whole stream. That was coming.
Yeah, that was actually
Okay. So 10. Let me hear from you, man. 10.
So I mean, if Joe Gordon's were to win, it would be pretty good. I mean, obviously both of you had to suffer. Man City winning, Liverpool winning, probably Arsenal winning, and then you obviously with Real Madrid. At least for me, I don't have to worry about Sunderland, thankfully, or even Celta Vigo. So yeah, I think. But yeah, it would be. I don't know which one would be a bigger achievement. I mean, if Joe Gordon's and Bodo Glimt were to win both, that would be a really fantastic achievement for both. I think if Joe Gordon's were to win, especially beating a team that spent £2 billion or whatever, and over 2 games, would be, probably one of the biggest upsets of all time if Joe Gordon's knock out Chelsea here. Though I'll be honest, there's more chance of Bodo Glimt winning than Joe Gordon's.
Obviously. I'm only entertaining this. Because we did this with Bodo, so I think we should do the same with here.
Yeah.
But obviously, we know they're not going to win it. Most likely, we know they're not going to win it. So Sebastian, you don't have to worry about that. At least I think. Because we know this Chelsea team. They're a very weird team. Because
they just lost today. Yeah.
They lost to Legia Warsaw at home. So it wouldn't surprise me if they actually do manage to choke this. So it wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't be shocked. All right, guys, let's talk about the final that we want to see. Okay.
So, I did. Yes, you put me. I would be a Chelsea fan. I would be a proper Chelsea, by the way. Come on, Chelsea. Biggest club in London, biggest club in England. Will be there. Please, Chelsea. Hey, they put me on top row with you, by the way, because I want to have some fun.
Okay, guys, let's
proper Chelsea.
Okay, guys.
Big. Wait, you see, we have we will win the first. Chelsea winning the UCL, Europa League Conference League will complete the set, baby. Biggest club in the world.
Just like Jose Mourinho,
club in the world.
Just like Jose Mourinho, man.
If Chelsea wins the set, biggest club of all time.
Complete a set that didn't exist. That's another.
Don't speak when Barca have won the Conference League, please.
Okay, Vic, just let him be shameless. Just allow it.
Yeah, we'll let him.
Okay, so watch Vic speak about the flipping robbery in 09. Watch.
Okay, guys, let's not go off tangent. Please. So, guys, which final you guys? Okay, which final do you guys want to see the best? Because I think the most narrative-based final will be Real Betis Chelsea. I think that final will be interesting because Anthony, he was flopped in the Premier League, shows up against Chelsea.
Put my AVI. Put my AVI. Put my AVI.
Hey, wait.
I don't think you guys realize how big this will be for me, because if any Chelsea fan ever tries to clown me ever, Google Rare Anthony goal versus Chelsea Europa League final. They cannot talk to me ever.
AD, put my AVI.
Okay, and you know what the crazy thing is, guys? I'm pretty sure most Premier League fans would probably want Anthony to beat Chelsea because
will be there. Anthony,
the GOAT.
If Anthony wins Betis this final, he has cleared Salah's legacy. And
What?
Hazard's legacy.
Okay. You're going too far. You're going
Yeah,
too
let
far.
me speak. Let me speak. Let me
Wait,
speak.
wait.
Had their
Did
share.
did
The
did
Barca
Salah
push.
did
Let me
Salah score in a European final?
Yes.
He did.
Let me speak. Let me speak. All right.
I hate it.
80,
Okay,
80, 80.
Okay,
You know
Okay,
who's gonna rip Chelsea up in that game if that happens? Betis Chelsea. Isco.
Isco.
Isco gonna rip them.
Yeah,
to-
he's got the Barca
Here's
killer.
another thing. And guys, there's another thing. La Liga owns English teams in finals. Because that streak is going. Because last time an English team has beaten a La Liga team was a Super Cup game, and I think it was never Team Alaves. They were the last team to lose, which I think was like 2003, if I remember correctly. Or maybe I'm wrong. 2001, sorry. Yeah, close
Now,
enough.
to be honest,
So-
Chelsea is pretty good against English teams. I think they beat Villarreal. When
I just need that Swedish club to go out. So
Okay, guys, Real Betis Chelsea. So are we all in agreement that Real Betis Chelsea be the best final?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but if you want the storyline, imagine Fiorentina bought those 3 consecutive Conference League finals as well.
Or Fiorentina Chelsea is also really interesting too. Like at Fiorentina, they lost back-to-back finals, and then they finally win the final against Chelsea. Like that would also be pretty interesting too. But for me, I have to go with Real Betis Chelsea. It'll be big for La Liga because you know what the sad thing is with La Liga, guys? We haven't seen much teams outside of Real Madrid or Sevilla have been winning.
Because your league is garbage. Because your league is garbage.
Hey,
I mean, it's fact. It's the fact. Your league is garbage.
Okay,
which
you-
league
I
are you
don't-
talking
no,
about?
we did. Only,
Which league are you talking
only
about?
Okay,
Sevilla.
let me
No,
speak.
the
Okay.
only teams from Spain who has made a final recent years is Sevilla, Barcelona, Real Madrid. That's
Now,
basically it.
Oh,
And,
Sevilla.
Oh my God.
Sevilla.
yeah,
Villarreal.
I said
Your ball
Barcelona.
knowledge is in the
You just
floor.
said Villarreal.
It's not-
Go pick
Okay,
that
guys.
up.
Okay, so my
No, I said Vic, your knowledge is crap. Zero ball knowledge.
Okay, guys, I'm saying that Real Betis Chelsea will be the best because Real Betis Chelsea have spent so much money, and like, it would be so embarrassing to let a EPL reject basically dunk on you guys.
And also, I think that also people don't realize if Chelsea don't make Champions League football, I generally think that for the next 7 or 8 years, they're mid-table. I think because the amount of financial repercussions that would come from that, it would be like I think Todd Bowley might have to sell the club at that point.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, Real Betis Chelsea. There's and you know what I realized, guys. Chelsea has so much to lose. There's not really much to gain for Chelsea. If we're being really honest here, like Chelsea, like there's more. They have more to lose. Like like they have to win this Conference League. Like no other team needs this Conference League more badly than Chelsea. Chelsea needs this the most.
They can complete the set.
But at the same time, they have to focus on the league a lot because they have to fight for top 4.
Yeah.
That's a big question for Maresca. Do you focus on Conference League or top 4 or do both?
Top 4.
Yeah, do both. Please, Chelsea. Do both, please.
Both is probably the best answer, but is it realistic though? Because remember, Aston Villa were in the same position last season. I think got smashed by Olympiacos, but then they got top 4.
But Chelsea are playing against a boring ass shit club.
But guys, let's be real. Chelsea have more standards than Aston Villa. They have way more standards. I don't want to hear people say, "Oh, they don't have more standards." No, that's not cap. That's definitely cap. They have more standards. So for Aston Villa, that's fine. But for Chelsea, this is a really missed opportunity to win a trophy. When are you going to get a better opportunity to win a trophy in the future? So
yeah, because Newcastle going to win one in a couple of years more.
Oh my God! Oh, of course you're gonna name Newcastle and everything.
Okay, so I want to hear. Let's go around the room, guys, and then we're gonna wrap it up for real. So if you were Maresca, I'm going to go first. For me, I go for both, but I'll go for both. Both is probably the easy answer. But if I had to choose, it's tough. I have to go for top 4. I have to go for top 4 because at the end of the day, Conference League trophy only gives Europa League. Yeah, Chelsea need Champions League, so I'll go top 4 just about. But man, a trophy is also just as big. So 10 and Dynamite. Let's say you can't pick both because everyone's gonna pick both basically.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, I still have to say, winning a trophy is better than anything. I'd still have to go with the trophy, even though, well, I mean, obviously, I don't want to. So I'll go with the trophy because, I mean, Chelsea haven't won a trophy in 4 years. They've lost 2, 3 finals already. I believe they lost the Carabao Cups to Liverpool. So at least I would say, yeah, win the trophy then. But yeah, it would be hilarious if Betis win it, please.
Yeah, so TJS, man, if you're a Maresca, man, I know you're a Man United, so you're gonna try sabotage, but please be objective for this part.
Yeah.
Would you rather get top 4 or win the Conference League?
Well, it's either top 4 or bankruptcy. So top 4.
Okay. All right, Vic, man. What about you, man? If you were the Chelsea manager, which would you prioritize more, EPL or Conference League? Okay, I'll go to Sebastian. Sebastian, man, pretend you're a Chelsea fan. Would you rather see your club get Conference League or get top 4?
I mean, win a trophy or top 5. I mean,
you gotta choose. You can't pick both.
Like, because you can't guarantee that you will qualify for the Champions League or the Europa League.
Let's say you win the Conference League, but you finish like 5th or 6th. Let's say you finish 6th. Actually, let's say 6th.
Yeah, it's a trophy, and I'm all about trophies.
So okay. And Vic, man, how about you, man? All right, and then you guys in the comments below also let us know which would you rather do if you're a Chelsea fan. Just pretend you are. Would you rather get top 4 or win the Conference League? And if you win the Conference League, top 5, you would finish 6th. Okay.
But I need Chelsea to go through in this tie. I need it.
Yeah, but yeah, George gonna man, credit to them, man. A 4-1 away win victory in Legia Warsaw. I know the red card, maybe you could say red card tax, but I mean it's still crazy to man. Score 4 goals away, so you have to give up to them. It's still pretty impressive.
I can't have them winning this. I can't.
2 red cards. So yeah, and you know what's crazy?
I honestly would go depressed if they win this.
Right, boys.
Okay, so Vic, man. So Vic, the last question. I'm gonna wrap it up stream. Would you rather get top 5, or win the Conference League?
Conference League. Even though it's a dead trophy, I still rather get it.
Oh my god, you're a Barca fan. Shush. You haven't won UCL in like 10 years.
Okay, I don't think you're in a big decision to talk.
Is this a Milan / PSG fan talking about winning trophies, bro?
Yeah, PSG wins trophies every year. What do Barca do? Shit club.
I thought you're not a PSG fan. Anyways, let's wrap this stream.
Exactly, bro. You need to expose this.
Who wins trophies every year?
Bro. He's a fraud.
Who wins trophies every year? PSG won.
Okay, guys. Can we not get off tangent? Okay, so let me read some of you guys'
Barca fan.
Okay, so let's read some of your comments.
French fries trophy, bro.
Okay.
Okay, so it's still a trophy. It's still a trophy.
Nico Patrick own goals. Okay, Prime Barca. That's just salty. You're just salty, man.
Look, Barca fans, like it's typical. Like they want.
Can you win a real trophy? You know what?
When players reject Barca, which is no shock because Barca
UCL is a real trophy.
Like, that's.
Oh, hey, Matt, Sebastian, Matt's on your side. So we're gonna say big up to AIK.
Exactly. Thank you, Matt. The people have such an agenda against me, and hopefully for every team that I support a downfall, bro.
You don't support teams,
especially
bro.
Barca fans want my downfall.
Okay, can we? Okay, there's another comment I really want to look at. There's another interesting one, and I think it's a really big one. I think Sebastian needs to see this. Let me see if we can find real quick. Let me see. Where the heck is that comment?
Which one? I don't see another. I don't need to see another comments, by the way.
Where is it?
Right.
Okay, I really want to bring up this comment. Then we're gonna wrap it up.
PSG is more relevant than Barca, I should say. But Barca fans hate the reality, so.
Okay, let me see if I can find where's that guy's like comment.
It's crazy, bro. Nobody has ever watched PSG like that, bro.
Oh my god! Why does everyone watch PSG games in the UCL to hopefully PSG gets knocked out? Why?
Because it's a knockout game in a Champions League. Everyone watches.
I mean, people have an agenda.
No,
shut
Gunners.
Oh, here's the comment. Here's the comment. This is a good one. This Sebastian, I need you to read this.
Oh, I said this one.
Oh,
I mean, it's a World Cup doesn't require the dance rate, by the way. So
okay. So basically, you're a
The
hypocrite.
first World Cup happened before the Champions League or Europa League or Conference
Okay, so
League.
Sebastian
I mean,
basically
it's a fucking
you're
World
basically
Cup. It doesn't
Okay,
count on that.
Okay, you're a hypocrite. Thank you for that.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You are the hypocrite.
Thank you for letting us
Well,
You
more
are-
likely. Guys, get in chat. Guys, bro. What's more likely to happen? PSG winning a Champions League or a pig is gonna fly? That's more likely.
What? That doesn't
But
even
it's
make
more-
First
it's
of
more
all,
One is a supernatural event, and one
Okay,
is
Sebastian, you know what? This is the
spiritual.
really last. This is the last question I have for Sebastian.
first of all, I don't even know why Barca
Okay,
fans are
Sebastian, I
speaking.
have Sebastian, I have a really big
Well.
question for you. This is a big one. Last question, and then we're gonna wrap up for real. Which would you rather, if you had to choose, and I know it's a tough one for you, so I want you to choose wholeheartedly. Would you rather see Inter win the Champions League or Jur's gonna win the Conference League?
Honestly, that's a stupid question.
Oh, God,
honestly.
I'm doubting if he's a Milan fan, bro. I'm doubting
No,
if he's a Milan.
No, because that,
Okay, you
no,
gotta
because
choose.
that question doesn't even make sense though. At all.
Okay, just choose. Just choose. Just pick.
And
Okay.
this doesn't make sense, but
Okay, just pick. Just pick.
I'm gonna say Inter probably. Because you're good and it's a big rival for me.
Okay.
Because that's more personal.
Okay. All right. Anyways, we're wrapping up. Hope you guys enjoyed
Because I
today's stream.
despise your fan base. I also despise the Barca fans because you guys are just filthy raps.
We're just superior to both your teams, bro. And then-
Stop! You're not. Stop!
Okay,
Stop!
guys,
Stop!
let's
Stop!
wrap it up.
Hey, hopefully Dortmund gets that ACL. I'm praying.
Okay. Wow, Matt's definitely okay. Last comment from Matt, so we're gonna wrap it up. So
Yeah,
Matt's
this
kind
is
of
why,
guy.
Matt, I thought you were a good guy, honestly, but
Okay, Sebastian, we got a comment for you. All jokes though, Sebastian's pretty good at entertaining here.
the only good Barca fan is Prime Barca.
It's probably your friend.
Okay,
You're a
anyways.
fraud. You're a fraud, Vic. You're a fraud.
Tell us what
Okay,
of a
guys,
fraud
wrap
as PSG.
Hope you guys enjoyed today's stream, and I'll see you guys on the weekend recap. Peace out.
Come on, you Gunners.